Today's Foxy Moms Wellness Wednesday. Well, May is National Asthma and Allergy Awareness Month, and this morning we are taking a closer look at the symptoms and the best way to treat asthma. Dr. Eric Kaplan with Colorado Springs Allergy and Asthma Clinic is here with the lowdown for us. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Lots of people suffer from asthma, and it's an inflammatory disease, correct?
That's right. And this is, May is National Asthma and Allergy Awareness Month, so we're all trying to get people aware of what asthma actually is. And most people think about asthma as a disease where there's constriction around the airway, muscle constriction, but asthma really in its heart of hearts is an inflammatory disease. It's a disease of swelling in the airway, not just that muscle constriction.
So we're going to talk about the proper way to treat it, but let's go over the symptoms really quickly. We have a graphic to put up on the screen, and a lot of people, may think, they have allergies, they have a cold, but asthma is very specific. There's coughing, especially at night, right? You normally see that at night or when exercising?
Right, absolutely. And kids, especially when we see kids in the office, kids with asthma cough. So they cough in the middle of the night, and that cough wakes them up from sleep, and they cough with activity. You know, Johnny that's running around playing soccer and all of a sudden starts coughing and coughing and coughing, and sometimes even throws up after they cough. It's that cough after activity, cough in the middle of the night that wakes them up from sleep that always puts our red flags up that this might be asthma.
And then there's that wheezing, that high-pitched wheezing sound.
Absolutely, yeah. If you can hear some wheezing, certainly in adults wheeze a little bit more than kids, that can be a good tip-off that there's asthma as well.
Okay, and then just that tightness feeling in your chest as well.
Chest tightness, shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, trouble getting air in or out. Those are kind of the main symptoms that we see.
Now, a lot of people, and I was saying, every time you come on, I feel like you're talking about me. But you can buy these albuterol inhalers over the counter, also by prescription, but a lot of people abuse it. That's not always going to treat the symptoms in the long run.
Right, and I always think of albuterol as a rescue medicine only. I mean, albuterol should be there for emergencies and if you have an asthma attack, but I don't consider albuterol to be an asthma treatment medicine.
Okay.
I mean, again, asthma is a disease of inflammation, of mucus secretion and swelling in the lungs. Albuterol doesn't treat that at all. The main reason why people get really sick from asthma is they have giant balls of snot sitting in their lungs, a lot of mucus in their lungs.
That makes sense, yeah.
Gross. And albuterol just doesn't treat that. You need to have an anti-inflammatory therapy. Sometimes we start with inhaled corticosteroids. There's other anti-inflammatory therapy that's out there, but you need something to treat the inflammation, not just hitting your albuterol inhaler, which is only a rescue medicine. It's not treating the underlying problem that's associated with asthma.
You supplied us with a diagram. If we could put that one back on the screen that kind of shows the lungs and everything and the inflammation. What type of a treatment then do you need to
So, the airway on the right, there is kind of the normal side, that nice open airway. But you can see the other side of the airway is all swollen. There's muscles that are constricting around that airway, and then that nice yellowish goopy stuff that's dripping out is mucus in your airway. That's the problem with asthma, and that's what we need to treat. The other thing that's really important looking at this airway is you can tell that the lung functions would be affected, right? You just can't breathe through that airway like you could the nice open airway. We do a lot of spirometry in the office, so lung function testing. You cannot manage asthma without doing spirometry, without doing this lung function testing, because that's the way we can tell, are you obstructed? Are you inflamed? Is your asthma under poor control? So yes, we look at asthma symptoms and albuterol use, and if you're using albuterol more than 2 times a week, that's way too much. But we also look at lung function testing. So if you have asthma and you're hitting that albuterol inhaler, you got to come in for some lung function testing, spirometry, some objective measure of asthma control.
And you can get more information and contact Dr. Kaplan at your website, which is?
Yeah, so we're csallergy.com. Really easy to get to. CS is in Colorado Springs and allergy. And we've got a lot of good diagrams on there, asthma links, information, and some videos about spirometry and how that's done as well.
So important, especially this time of year. A lot of people suffering too.
Yeah, if you're hitting that albuterol inhaler, something's wrong. You got to do something different.
All righty. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.
Okay,
we'll be right back.